This week we continue our reflection series of Living My Dream Tokyo 2020. We interviewed KG Montjane, PIETER Du Preez and ASHLEIGH MOOLMAN-PASIO, who shared their personal experiences, challenges and what it meant for them to participate at the Tokyo 2020 Games, which was made possible by funding from the National Lotteries Commission.
My name is Montjane. Tax tennis, it's my home base. That's where I train. My Tokyo 2020 journey, it's been an exciting one. Only getting there, finding out I'm going to be a flag bearer, something I'd never thought of. Looking at the past year, it's been difficult, but there was a hope before we even got to Tokyo. When the National Lottery came on board to, push that a bit of motivation on me. Obviously, it changed my mindset on how I wanted to see the games, and obviously getting to the games. Yeah, I was so excited to have made it because, just to qualify itself, it was a difficult thing to actually achieve. But with the support, I managed to actually qualify and get to Tokyo. Still disappointed with results, but overall, I'm grateful for the experience because it could have been a denied opportunity just to get there. But the fact that I've made it there and I still won a match, for me, it's something I have to be grateful for because it could have been a denied opportunity just to get there. But the fact that I've made it there and I still won a match, for me, it's something I have to be grateful for. And obviously, there's so much to learn from those big games, and hopefully can do better next time. When it was bestowed on me to actually hold the flag bearer, I didn't really think it was adding more pressure on me. But for me, I feel like I was being honored, because I don't feel like I'm being honored enough in this country for what I do. I was really honored and emotional at the same time. But, it helped me to reflect on my journey itself, and it made me realize how much I have accomplished. It might not be on the Paralympic stage, but overall, I've accomplished so much, and that really gave me hope to just keep pushing and keep working hard because there's still so much more to achieve. My Tokyo memory will be, the people in Tokyo. The people in Tokyo are super nice. I've never seen such a super nice society. They just made everyone feel like they were at home. The humanity that I saw out there. It sums up, my Paralympic journey or my stay in Tokyo. I didn't really expect that. I've never seen people so helpful, so kind, ever smiling. For me, that's the best thing I've ever experienced in the world. My main experience as an athlete over the years, it's having to be able to learn or grasp the opportunity to bounce back, the resilience. It's a skill you need to master, because if you can't bounce back, if you can't recover, you don't grow, you don't improve. Able to learn from all those tough losses and, still carry a positive attitude and look into the next game. I think that's something that I've learned quite a lot. That's the experience, and I'm still learning, from that experience. So for me, resilience is just the biggest part of my journey in tennis, because the relationship I have with the team at Sports Trust, the fact that they give us an opportunity to actually speak our mind, express ourselves as athletes. We don't really get opportunity to really do that. We always hold them back and we feel like, no, we can't actually even say that, guys, this is what I need, but I don't have funds. But, they sort of have an open space for us to be able to ask what we can. So the mere fact that there's an open relationship and there's a place for us to express ourselves, I think that's just the best thing one could ever ask for, in a relationship. And they've been supportive. People will check up on you just to see how you're doing. You would think Sports Trust is a big organization, but the team has been brilliant.
I'm PIETER Du Preez. I take part in hand cycling and I raced in the time trial at the Tokyo Paralympic Games. Tokyo was very special. It's funny, people talk about it was a different games because of COVID, no spectators and so on, which was sad. But for me, I tend to embrace the difference, and I think it was actually special to be part of this special games with COVID and all the weirdness behind it. So yeah, for me it was incredibly special. We raced at near Mount Fuji in the Fuji Speedway, so racing with that backdrop, incredibly special. Very, very tough course, very humid, hot. No surprises though, we prepared for it, but yeah, it was just a beautiful backdrop to racing. I dreamt about this race, winning a gold medal, since I was 6 years old. This was really my first endurance race at a Paralympic Games that I could race at. So, for me, I felt like this was my time, and, like I only had one shot at it, only one race at this game. So, obviously those things go through your mind, and, in my mind it was about preparing myself to make it count. But, a very important thing for me, I'm busy losing my sight as well. So, I don't know how many races I've got left. So a very important thing for me to calm myself down, even 2 months before this at World Champs, I told myself that, I must not forget I must enjoy the race, because it might be my last, and I should race as though it's my last, focus as though it's my last, but also enjoy it as though it's my last. And those are the reflections I had the night before, to make sure that I go into the race with the right mindset. In a time trial, I started second last, so I still have to wait for the guy behind me to finish to know that I definitely have that gold medal. But on the word on the track on the side, as Walter, the guy who was there with me, and Ricky, the team, was that I'm ahead. So and the motorcycle with the camera was there with me over the last part of the course, so I was pretty sure I'm still ahead. But yeah, so I felt it was a bit of a mixed emotion, because I felt, okay, I'm crossing the finish line now, and I think I'm winning, but I still had to wait for the last guy to finish to make sure I have the gold medal. So it was a special feeling, but the real, emotions came through when he crossed the line, and I knew it was mine. When it really became very special, and there was tears that nobody saw because I had sunglasses on, was when some of my competitors from Finland, their manager came up to me and he was in tears, being so happy for me that I won this. So just that special camaraderie between all the competitors, where the respect, whether you win or lose, still coming up to me and telling me how incredible it is for them, in tears, and how happy they were for me that I won it. So then it really sunk in, this 35-year dream. A year before I broke my shoulder, the whole journey into the games, my family, everybody, and that I did it, and that I did it for the country, so yeah, I don't know if that doesn't explain it, but yeah, it's incredibly special. When I came in here in Sunninghill, the whole of Sunninghill came, that was also tears flowing. The whole of Sunninghill came out, standing on the side of the roads with posters and stuff, and, just congratulating me, in a parade almost. So that was very special. All my sponsors and people that's been on the journey, a huge thank you to the NLC and to the Sports Trust and SASCOC, and, even the, Minister, the government, arts, culture and recreation. Yes, the support before and after, it just opens doors. It made it possible for me to take unpaid leave and just focus on this dream and going out and getting that gold medal. And honestly, without it, I think it would have been a completely different game. So a huge thank you for that, and a huge thank you for the incentives afterwards. But mostly just a huge thank you for just the special support from the NLC and the Sports Trust, and that personal touch from the, you guys and the guys at the office, just the way they worked with us, it was very professional and personal, and it really felt like they were on the journey with us, and I just want to say a big thank you for that.
I'm ASHLEIGH MOOLMAN-PASIO.
I've been a professional cyclist since 2010. So after completing my engineering degree at Stellenbosch University, I packed up the bags and together with my husband headed over to Europe to try pursue a professional cycling career.
My objective for the Tokyo Olympic Games was to control the controllables and then to just be present on the day and just soak up the experience and do the best with what I had.
I was very proud to arrive at Tokyo in the best form I've ever had. So I'm proud of the preparation. I'm proud of the person that I was on the start line. And then it's just unfortunate that on the day, tactics played out in a way that made it very difficult for me to get the result I believe I deserved.
Biggest learning from the Olympic Games
is, I suppose, it's just to learn to be really in the moment. Sometimes as athletes we try to control too many things, and that can sometimes be at our disadvantage. So I've learned from previous Olympic Games. I was lucky enough for Tokyo to be my third Olympic Games. So I learned from previous Olympic Games, that I'd taken on maybe too much pressure and tried to control the outcome on the day, and therefore I'd made mistakes on the day. So I think the biggest takeaway was, to focus on being the best version of myself, and then just appreciating the experience and being in the moment and soaking it all up. I think that for me was the biggest objective, and I think I'm happy to say that I achieved that objective.
As professional athletes, we really rely on support, financially and just support in general, to be able to achieve or to strive to achieve our goals.
And so just a very big thank you to the Sports Trust. My interaction with everyone working on the Sports Trust has been super positive, always very encouraging, and I'm just very grateful to have that support, to have helped me to be at the Olympic Games and to be there, the best version of myself.
The Sports Trust acts as an implementation partner to their trustees, partners and corporate donors. We wish to thank the National Lotteries Commission for their support so that these athletes could pursue their dream.